Let me tell you about David. When I first started doing shared living about 10 years ago, somebody from the state, an employee from the state, came running up to me at a meeting and said, "You're going to be doing shared living. You've got to do something about David." And I said, "Hi, how do you do? I'm Joanne Melise. What is this about?" And she proceeded to tell me a story about a gentleman that she worked with in a group home who desperately wanted a family, and she was waiting for us to open up our program. And then over the course of the years, I got to meet David. And I call him David my beloved because he certainly got into my heart. He was a gentleman that came into shared living with a reputation of being a Tasmanian devil. He lived through foster care, was very assaultive, very aggressive, was unhappy. He graduated from the foster care system into the adult services and went into a group home where he just proceeded to have major anger issues and disruptive and dangerous. So when the opportunity became known in the state that he might be able to do shared living, he knew right away that's what he wanted. And David, by that time, was living in a home that wasn't a good home for him. He had been placed by somebody prior to us coming on board. It wasn't a match, it was a placement. We don't do placements. We introduce people. It's different. And he, within a month of me starting, had an incident, needed to move. We were able to safely move him. And over the years, we were finally able to find a great home for David. In fact, David picked the home. He met the provider. He said, "I'm going to live with her." And so we slowly introduced them. They got to know each other. And so David went to live with this woman by the name of Lisa. David's greatest fear over the years, he would see me and said, "I've been good. I'm not going back to the group home. I'm not going back to the group home." And I said, "David, you're not going back to the group home. We will always take care of you. I'm not going back." And over the years, David found love and consistency with Lisa. And one day I went to David and I said, "David, you speak so clearly, you speak so well about how much you love living with Lisa. Can you tell me what's the difference between living in shared living and living in a group home?" And he thought for a moment and he looked at me and he goes, "When I go to bed at night, Lisa's there. And when I wake up in the morning, Lisa's there." And I don't think I could sum it up any better than that. This man, for the first time in his life, and this is incredible to me, had consistency, had love, was active in his community, was valued by a whole bunch of people, made a difference in my life. He will always be my beloved David.